Abuchin Como said the case, your name see for a war, Germany, Belgium, Holland, and Italy. Sa Comodina na yenam a yedru yababa to Her Excellency Mami Sena.
Listen, when I came to Brussels in 2019, I knew that we have communities here. So the most important thing as part of the mandate, not only to work with the multilateral organization and the bilateral work that we do with the two countries that I cover, but to make sure also that the Ghanaians felt our presence, the presence of the mission, and also their concerns would be adequately addressed. So, I mean, we were, and when I say we, I operate with my staff as a team.
Yes.
No one is left out in whatever we do. So we call ourselves Team Brussels. So we would go to the churches. We would be involved in the community events. The communities, the associations would organize events. We would participate and let them know that they are the reason why we are here.
Right.
And therefore, I operate an open door policy. Mm-hmm. They could visit the embassy. That time we were at the other side, where the consular section is now. So they could visit and air their views, because we cannot say that we are a perfect institution as the ministry or as a mission. So we would like to hear from them, because their feedback will enable us also send our reports to Capital, and then they'll use these in policy formulation. So that's why I kept on encouraging them to dialogue with us, the mission, as much as they can. So we attended a lot of these events, especially in the churches,
right,
because that is where the Ghanaians congregate.
Okay.
They love to go to church on Sundays after working 6 days in the week,
right,
and they work very hard here. This is what every regional minister told me when I called on them, that your compatriots work very hard. They hardly do they have any criminal records or any violent behavior from any of the Ghanaians, which I felt very proud of, and that is why I thought that we should do more for the community. But then I got complaints that why is it only in the churches? What about those of them who don't worship?
Okay.
And what about those of them who are believers in other faiths? You see. So yes, indeed, I thought that we must also then divert our venues and make sure that we don't only use the church premises for our town hall meetings, which is what we have done in most of the cities that we visited. So Brussels is the last city, because they are the capital. We were going to do Brussels when COVID struck, and then we had the restrictions. So this is now the time that we found to do Brussels. I decided that we shouldn't do Brussels in a church, because in Brussels and I can tell you, religious politics is also very heavy here. I mean, why this person's church? Why this pastor? Why this? You know?
Why you chose this church,
exactly,
not our church?
Preference
right.
given to,
and they are not ready to make
denomination.
Right.
You know, these things are here, and it's human. You know, how can you justify why you are in the Methodist church and not the Presby church, or why didn't we do in a Catholic church? You know, and what about a mosque?
Okay.
So for Brussels, we just thought we'll find a place where we have African events. The area you saw, we've done one of our 6 March side events there before for the diaspora, and the place was overflowing. You know, we had an exhibition and all that. Yeah, we have the videos we can share. And so that is why we had the event where it was. And I believe that probably others thought that it should have been in a church, but you can't please everybody. Yeah, you have sometimes to go neutral. Yeah. So, but one important thing was also when I came was that the distances from we don't have honorary consulates in Belgium yet. That's another thing that I'm going to advise the ministry on. The distances between the cities and the mission is quite vast for, although the public transport system is very good, it's quite vast, especially if people have to take days off work to just come and submit the application, go back. The postal system will work, but not for everyone, because some of the applications you require physical presence. And now that we have to take biometrics, it has become very important that people travel to the consulate for their biometrics to be taken. So with the help of the ministry and the policy formulated, we got a mobile park. And that's what we started our engagement. And when COVID came, it was even better for us to move the services to the people and not have, because our consular section is not that big, and that was the whole mission at the time. So it was just impossible to operate the consular section plus the mission working. Now the mission had to stay at home for the consular section to operate, or the mission operates and then we shut down consular services.
And it can be possible.
Exactly. So we took the decision quickly. Of course, we were working also on getting a new chancery. So that also helped. We secured the new chancery quickly so that the mission could continue functioning, and then the consular section now operates. And even the hall, sometimes we'd had to stagger the applicants for them not to arrive all together, because then the hall becomes too full. But it's difficult with Ghanaians. This is my time, not your time. We tell them, look, somebody has to come between 12 noon and maybe 12:15 or 12:15, 12:30. No, but the person says, look, this is my time. I'm coming at 10 o'clock. You have to. And then everybody coming at 10, then you have a full, hall. So we decided, and it worked, to take the services to the people. So we did a schedule, and we knew that on this date, on a Saturday, we tried to do it weekends. We're going to either Ghent, we're going to Liège, to Antwerp, to Kortrijk. We had all the schedules lined up, and we did flyers, which went out. So people knew that we would be in their cities, and that worked. We went around the cities, it worked. Some people did not take advantage of the services that were brought nearer them. They would rather even come again and complain in the embassy, but that is Ghanaians for you. You cannot please them all the time. But we have done that effectively for 2 years, and we will continue taking the services to the people.
If I may ask, taking the services to the doorstep of these communities is a cost. Is it being added to the actual fee, or is it being also waived out?
Yes, very good question. And the cost has not been added to the actual fee where other countries would have done. But given the compassion of Foreign Minister, she keeps on telling us we have to keep the cost low, but the quality of the service must be high. Sometimes we say that, we pay for, when we are requesting visas from other missions, you pay the admin fees. You will pay even your photocopying fees. You would pay, and they are all there. These are services you put in a basket and you go to check out. You will pay all these fees. They are itemized. But no, you pay DHL. We did taking the services to the people at government cost. We did not charge anybody £1 extra or €1 extra, I should say, for the services that we took to them. All the cost was borne by the mission out of government funds.
Good. So, if you say so, you said something about the compatriot, like the other countries, like our sister countries like Nigeria, Cameroon, and all this. If they are doing such a services, they add something to it. But Ghana mission don't add anything to it.
Yeah, but I can't mention countries per se because I wouldn't want to.
No.
I haven't mentioned any country.
Right.
But I know for a fact that other countries that offer such added services, you pay for it.
Yeah. So to my understanding, that's what I wanted to know.
Yes.
Yeah, but if not be like.
I have applied for a UK visa.
Yes.
Over here in Belgium, and I've had to pay for the extra services. If even you want to receive an SMS message that your passport is ready or the system is being updated, where the process has reached, you pay for the SMS service. You will pay for photocopying any material. You will pay for even if you got there and you hadn't uploaded certain documents.
Yeah.
All those are added services out of the contracted services that they offer for visa acquisition. So this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That for Ghana, we've even gone the extra mile, taking the services to the people at no cost to them.
Right.
So, and even at the offices, weekends, they are even working, moving.
Yeah. I heard that one because of what they are saying. It's a teamwork, and everyone is also sacrificing to get a better name for the country, Ghana, in Brussels. But as compared to the other countries, Germany, Italy, Spain, sometimes they say the community organize and they add something. They ask something from the community to hire a hall, and then you come in for the service. Not you, I'm talking about the other countries. They go in for the service with the same fee, no added, something like that. But the organizers who are going for the hall will maybe add, they will charge maybe €30 for the services there. Is it the same thing like we said here, whereby you are going without added any cost, but the halls who are going to...
normally we work in collaboration with the Ghana Council.
Right.
The Ghana Council, they are very well organized here in Belgium. So when we share our timetable with them, they are in the planning together with us. So when they know where we are going, and they already have an existing facility, like a Ghanaian church, which has a hall adjoined, they make that available for us. So we are not found wanting if we have to find a space. The space is arranged by Ghana Council.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, it's their decision to go for, but it's not something like the mission have no ear to that. But you are going to do your services because
we
most of them
offer the services which they require.
Yeah, because most of them normally they are charging them €30 and all.
No,
this.
we don't do that. We don't charge anyone.
No, not the mission. They are saying the organizers. So now you have separated the story for me. Like it's not the mission. The mission is going with no cost. Everything like the transport, everything, the equipment carrying over there, the staff over time and all this is borne by the mission. Yes. But the church and all these places you are going is whereby the community themselves will organize themselves. Yes. That's where I think the problem is. You said something about the British High Commission or British Embassy will add the cost to photocopy and all this. Which is what I know for a fact. You know for a fact. The same thing a Ghanaian who is in Britain told me, why don't you also add it to our work here so that we can also generate money out of it? And I said, that's not my jurisdiction. It's something like the minister is listening to the program all the time. So if the minister wants to do it, every country, as the mission goes, have their own way of operating over there. So you can't force to do. Sometimes even the Ghanaian community living there, maybe they are not in many. So you can't impose settings like UK, there are so many. So if you impose, you get money. America, you can get money. Mommy, I think we have done it all. So the consular session is where maybe if I get John to tell me more about his experience with the Ghanaian community. Like Saturday, you said everything is John.
No, I just made that as a joke because that's his every officer has a schedule that they cover.
Yeah.
When it gets to trade, I would call the trade officer to speak. When it gets to diaspora, the diaspora officer. So that's why I said everything is strong.
That's Ghana for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your visit.
I say multimedia host of Abuche Komo as a Mikael, no. And Tati say, what for now, Fra, Mosi, Moko Jimo passport, Moko Jimo visa. A year challenges are moving, yet to be brave. It's only I was a normal view of all the one, not base, Pemu, Celebea, Vitimache. And the other news are Munyan or Motifi Ghana, no. Sad news, no, move for funny saying. Ye ready for now, Casacrano, Yajuma, et say, and again, Ye are 2 pints so. Yasitum et say, Yakase, but through be close so. Ye said the baby Akofi. Na a dear na ama Yanupi, Yadawaha. San Romani Nano, Yamamena, Busia Wufi, Edu Dintia, Yadawaha. Titru Rebecca said, Abuche Crown to say. And this second, your mechanic say, and ya Kamupa 2 weeks more certificate about say. Be pretty normal be all the while. Yet they will feel ye Kayana or Mujini. It ye say, Reba, Manaso, na Yanima Dinko. Na Yana to a day. The Titru, a year, ye 10 generation, ye mother have a woman. A Japadia Kessepa anyone. I hear of Ghana. Now, Akoya say, ye ama omaka ama adikesia sano ye jaiwo and then is so feel no Japadia. More Japadia Kessia pa ye manoa yawo mo hano. It be about doctors, it be about engineers. If you could have so many professions are a bit mabwa or minor. Now, I say, Yenin Kosa Adeloso, Yamu Brain and district I walk around your hospitals, and I say, chief compounder of my year, you all the one. And before we get nearby a year, Abia, 6 months, Abia, voluntary work, internship be not only a work community, they will say Abia, a Jawdame, the Bayaba work community. It's in Ray. Mebaya, ye baby dear Honko, a quite bay and ye never faso. Na yet me at this side of Padeke Siri, Akufi. Ghana for ye wapuchi. Ye taka so could be more Ghana. Lego. And no echo and a person in the G and a ma Ghana near or house who could be a Juma. Lego. And no, wait till I shall say free. Or I will be become.
Emsa media the empese me can say enye Ghana kronum nkona etisa eye Ghana attitude Ghana for nyina no ahase miam wo company wa sese no oba me wa I have only one Ghanaian ya oni me ye adwuma oba me warehouse manager we free Pakistan administrator we Romanian ni marketing e Cameroon Côte d'Ivoire ni Cameroon for ni ada nationals no first Cameroon kuregu one chrono pa e friends chrono number 1 sesi am yi Ghana for ni nyina me fa different countries ni ayi no madwuma no koso sesi me wo no man ma realize kasabi kra se Ghana for the one kaminya tam e ma se program yi bi and that attitude om di frifie e na bi dia du kromia. Now, if you're there, no, maybe a company baby, even me be a football club, me call up to first division. There be a more chronomoa, team no cost pa, but be free one more pay. Nafi, I tuna can drink. Every beer programs, company me be organ, the same thing. Recently, mini investor back Ghana, you could toss a CAPBR, Memo any pakura won't share a yin so mammon. No affair cosisa assassino, a dini adinina. So, enti ya Ghana for no one casa, they do baby. Ya near me, I said, may invest in Ghana. I said, I do baby because young crop war a honor. Anyone more boy in ano. Yati to the pet. Say moja na ewe mu no DNA no eno an wo bia mu na odi free Ghana so ayde edu abrochire ha nti a problem no se ebetimi asesa because say we asesa nti yanso ye hia BBC ebetimi asesa kakra ne da bia ye betena se adwenboni na musa esi etimi koye ni na ye boa ye ho because last na me tie papa ba ku bi wo Ghana also one okra no hotel Ghana but management ni na wo fa wo ho and the o ma bet na wo no adintra because of your attitude bia ikita ye nti yesuba nye yesisa yesuba yesisa ebeboa ye me madwuma wa se ka menya na nka menu Ghana ni na me ne ye adwuma because what must me to the casa but your attitude nti no say na ese me kope enkofofo from no be ye adwuma no ma me edintra ya bro ahoye a kirese ni nua beko na nim kura no eye ne ya so ne ya but enye nti mumiansisa Yesu ban it does
obi ha breakfast or kabibi Asempa radio Asempa FM multimedia we approaching komo ye Saturday ye dia mamo amo approaching it this Saturday bia na mo betima frɛ bia beka de ha no broadcaster
yo me de Kajinji Bright me free Oti region Ketekrache na me hometown ye Osraman na me frɛ bisuya ye frɛ no Konkuruto Oluwai ne nunu an mo kan ye no na me simi de me de kakra soso on se ukobie adwuma wa Ghana niema ya na ya breakirefo no ya na ye miwi kakra ne se suban no a ewo emu no suban no enim ba bi ase suban kro no free na sa wo hwe Ghana nso a wo hwe wiase nyina akra no a kura emra wo so pa Ghana bet Ghana mra no nso no emu bie ni ho a eye dwuma emu bie ni ho eye dwuma na niama sa suban atena enkolanu mu ache asa suban no empese ebeyi afrim ayeda so ho a edi enyan se empanyifo na edi animu no empanyifo na akasa no emra no omo na ehye bet emra no ye ndi so edi san kampanyifo no timi di emra no so a ene se obi ya ade na se bio enya anka wo betimi anya kwan o mefa so na sa nipa no a oye ne enya no omo de na afa kwan foforo bi so se de be ya sa ne ye bone no etu betwa but essence o man kasa ne di akotene wo mu nti no ama sa no ma no empese ye betimi empese betu ase ebi se o man kasa ne di akotene wo mu ati ase because some rebebe na wo Ghana no anka odi wani tupa utimi se eye nhihye ye bia ya hye no a eye nhihye papa but empanyifo na nkasa na eboa ema body no ekoso iti se BBC kura na se wo a me fan se wonni bie no tembia no woni eholu responsible but wo bie ye nya wo hwe edi tembia na manfo take advantage se bone kura no wo di a esanse wo bie nti no obetimi adi bone no a na asemba kura no a obeye free etimi nya ne hwe ene na masa no ma no ekoso ifie ena afi secondly no omo ayefa wo adwuma wo fie so omo nya adwuma no maye no esanse yi nti na ma anibre so omu ofi se ochitia ena ne ho beto no ochitia na ne ho beto no but wo mu nim se adwuma no wo ye yi a na se nokoredie ba mu a eno na be ma wo nso watimi anya bibia frim because prono de na wo be gba frim no eno emfa nkosi ba bia na mo nka wo ye ni yi a emu no ana betimi agina na adwuma no nso atimi aye bibia ma wo ama wo so atimi abobra papa but se wo de krono ene anibri e de ye adwuma no a mingi ni se ebeboa na sa de de ekoso Ghana pa ena afi me di second way to so na wo ka bibi se ye won kola wa ha wo masua de a wo metumi akofie akoye bibi papa bi esa se de Yesu ba tie wo Ghana nti so bi sua bibi papa bi wa ha no so ni ko du Ghana na ya corrupt no ye ma wo kwan e ma wo nya ni a ɛyɛ no kwan so ebi sɛ so ɔyɛ ne ɛyɛ no kwan so no a obi no ɔno pɛ sɛ ɔbɔ koro no obi mu no wɔnya kwan ndi tem bia no woyɛ faithful ɛwɔ burukira ne so odu Ghana ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo da no ɔmo awoyɛ corrupt because wɔyɛ corrupt a yɛbɛyi wo afi lane mu wɔnyɛ corrupt a yɛbɛyi wo afi lane mu ndi tem bia na ɛsɛ woyɛ corrupt sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a woni nkurɔfoɔ na ɔmo nam no na mo nyinaa yɛ the same because ɛyɛ suban a ɛfa sɛ yɛde ti kurom hɔ ɛde nama ɛkɔla no woka sɛ ɔnkɔ fie kura nkɔ ebibi kura no a na ɔsoro sɛ ɔbɛkɔ sɛ because ɔkɔ a na adwuma no bɛyɛ basaa adwuma no ɛbɛyɛ basaa for instance sɛ yɛdu kɔtua adwuma bi wɔ Ghana ne sɛ woyɛ w'adwene sɛ wobɛyɛ adwuma no frɛnkyɛn nkurɔfoɔ na ɛdi wɔ anim no yɛmpene ma wonyɛ saa adeɛ no because sɛ woyɛ saa adeɛ no a ɛbɛma ɔmo nso ate ɔmo nya nea ɔmo pɛ nti kakra me so no wɔka no
sɛ ɔka biribi tumi sɛ ɔtaa yɛ maa mi pɛ sɛ ɔka biribi fama mi no gyina ka biribi maa mi nana yere nana
nokorɛ paa sɛ wopɛ sɛ woma wo nkwalaa na sɛ wopɛ sɛ wokɔyɛ biribi ofie a ɔmo ankasa twa wɔn ho ɛbɔ korɔ no wɔ hɔ no ho ɛna ɔmoma nokorɛ so ɛna adi ɛwɔ hɔ no nti ɛyɛ ɔhaw paa kɛsekɛse paa de ma yɛn mu a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛbie biribi anaasɛ yɛn mma koraa pɛ sɛ ɔmo kɔ fie na ɔmo kɔyɛ ɛkɔbie adwuma anaasɛ ɔmo boa Ghana ɛma nneɛma kɔyɛ dɛ ɛkɔ so no korɔ no bɔ na dɔɔso ɛna aborɔ papaapa nokorɛ no a yɛn di no ɛnyɛ
yo sɛ na mo sika no akɔyɛ sɛ yɛn a yɛwɔ akwantuo no yɛde adwuma no kɔ a yɛn nnuanom a wɔwɔ fie no korɔ no aborɔ ɛna deɛ bio nyaatwom ɛna ma adwuma no ɛkɔ so bɛbisa kwɛhyɛ bi aba Ghanafoɔ bebree so abie nnwuma wɔ ha ne yɛ brɛ kasa no ɔka sɛ ɔno so abie adwuma no bi wɔ ha ba wɔatumi ne Ghanafoɔ no ɔmo wɔ ha no so anyɛ adwuma ɛno no yɛbɛka ne sɛ asɛ yɛbie adwuma wɔ baabiara ɛnyɛ yie ɛnyɛ Ghana hɔ ko enti na sɛ nyɛ Ghanafoɔ no ɛwɔ hɔ no ɛyɛ ne esuma ya na sɛ ɔka ho bio yɛ pɛ sɛ ehu sɛ deɛ nti na yɛntumi mbie adwuma no wɔ Ghana
ɛno ana waka no kyerɛ sɛ wohwɛ mu a Ghanafoɔ no yɛwɔ suban bi a baabi yɛbɛkɔ biara no na yɛde kɔ so na sɛ wonam wiase nso so na sɛ wode suban bɔne bi nam a biribi a bɛyɛ biara no ɛnyɛ yie ɛno na me nua na wɔte ha no Solomon na ɔka no saa pɛpɛpɛ na ɛteɛ so wahu iti kame nso so sɛbe yɛne wo wɔ ha yi sisi a yɛne wo ne wɔ aha sisi a ɛno sɛ wofiri fie ne baeɛ wonim kwan mebrɛ a efiefoɔ no suba mebrɛ a wɔn wɔ iti ka nso so wɔ adwen bi a yɛnso so yɛbɛtumi ne wɔn ayɛ dɛ atra na yɛkɔ a na bra bi a yɛbrɛ wɔ ha no yɛsam fifiri na sɛ yɛnya bibi na yɛde fie a ɛkwan a anka wɔn nso so bɛyɛ dɛ ɛbɛhwɛ na ne gye aba because sisi ano wohwɛ mu a meme yɛ ɔhe wɔ akyem kosi meyɛ akyem kosi
ɔda bɔdin nana bɔ kyakye no na bɔ ayiye ma me
yɛfrɛ me nana awurade ka me ho ahenkora ampɔnsa akyem kosi akɔ mo hene
nana
enti ɔho sɛ mmerɛ biara no wokɔ fie a wopɛ sɛ woyɛ ade pa ɛde ma nipa so wohwɛ mu a ɛtɛ bi abɛkra me kosi ɛna metwane kyerɛ sɛ sɛnea ɛsi a ɛkɔ no ayɛ na yɛ ateteɛ but yɛwɔ ha no so yɛbrɛ ɛna sɛbesɛbe yɛayɛ dɛ yɛnyɛ biribi so wahu Ghana wonyɛ wo maame ni wonyɛ wo papa ni wo nua wo ba koraa waworo a ɔwɔ Ghana no ɛduru mebere a wonyɛ dɛn wonyini ni nti aseɛ ɛsi dɛn ɛna ɛma no basa masɛm si
obi wɔ biribi obɛtumi aka yɛnti a wɔbusa saa akɔhyie wei sei no ebia na obi wɔ biribi ka fa ho ɔsɛ ɛsi dɛn ɛna ɛma no basa adwenkyerɛ deɛ nyinaa yɛkyerɛkyerɛ wɔ ha sei no
yɛfrɛ me titi odamite bɛfɛ nkran akra mamprobi
okay
yeah sɛnea nana aka no see then about Sam. Imagine say there will be kind of system no working. System never Ghana. The Pia Yejuma. The rule and law. Bibia and Koyi. Ejuma and Nikronum. And Bibia Bia so no. Yenya in tranche. Oh, what fear? I'm going to say in crime. Yeah, to me, and quite nti ama enyeme pii a yepesa ye ewo fie no ama ya catch nti ye de kakra ko a anase yepesa ye bibi wo fie a omuntumi nson ya ase an ebusuani ntumi nson ya ase ana kromani ntumi nson ya ase ana government ntumi nson ya ase na ye ntumi improve no ebe den na yet me a creative business, and I yet me a creative you do of your being so many biaye. Not just a chrono and I say, a buffer, a say buffer, say Juma will chronum, not say system no a working year.
Mr. Dante, a Juma no, the pediacono, and a Juma no echo.
Na kwa ya ejuma no kwa ko bi ejuma wo fie na muntu menhwe so ya abede na ejuma na koso
enti e mani pasa se na papa ebusa me se no bibia eti wo no enti na ma yenko a ya ejuma no ye ko bia efio abrochire ha o yen Ghana fo na ye kan asem ade ne yenko a de ye bia ejuma enko
me who say the education system is low.
Educational system no
very low. So because when him dear school call any man. So obi ye bibia. Ubati na so betumi ati dia oye na se na waboa no manakos. But so unim bibia efa ho a. Unu say who said no yeah no yeah then
but there's some papa
or yeah bibika wow into your name dear from para or from
you from enim dear ma me person okay I think say me ya twuma dress bibi so pa
okay me so kakra meka ne say nipa bibini esese yesesa ya adwene esese yesesa ya adwene bibini first ne e ka say onipa bibini abe na Matias ye ya adwene nye adwene no enye because say me nua enko me nua ho de ne twa ne bo Ghana mo tense no twa ne bo let say on ye de no free o say she say ene wiase ba bia ye de obi asma say enkoto ceiling ko bo ne dan so ebi gusto ho omatum say asa ya krebia eba just because enyama bo be yedin eti watu stone mu na imagine say stone ni wura no wo abrochire ha watu mu what you say ntita me na obeton a wodi ni panisi abebre na obesande afa niema hwe obi so we bi store wo Ghana o wakoto cement obi abeto cement bebre ono na danfo onim say na danfo stone ni jo se da koto wo eno twa na danfo so oh ena me ba ho me hu ma beto cement amount of this boy na koto cement what nipa na beto ye no odi sika na koto cement ni bi fufuro abegu stone no ya dwene nye mami feso kasa fama na mami
mbesa mekan se Ghana for yensuade yentumi nsuade
yebe die ni sa
yebe krom ha che yehwe na kra yebe wa yi omo se fo ko nsu yebedu ha tambe maybe be ya de omo ye nurse fo omo se omo frefre ya se ye nyina ye mra ha no mo nche ye first aid ye ma fo no kra ye de ma na ko school na wa ko ye nurse ya ma na bonte so fo ne ma Ghana fo ye nsuade a baby esia na esi ya babu te nsu abrofo kakra me fe promo 86 papa bi ba television so be kan say two for ye tv ye tie tie adwin so ye tie tie after ma je
It's really a theater. It's a my dinner in theater. I'm not doing a theater. My point, where a punch you. Mr. Kwanzaa.
The economic environment to show them way. The reason is especially making an employment in Ghana. I had any good intermediary. Say, I say, you go to you need to say, ACV, the for her. I just say, work apart from it, ACV, two organizations here. They coordinate between the employee and then the employer.
They say, what you use your Ghana?
I said, about it to Massa, it to be employment and employees relationship. They go there to solve our differences. Because Ghana is also being human. That's what of course now. Uko police station where you say you scan very, very difficult to say who for be Ghana very, very difficult because a human says scan back that is what
this is dear Kali human institution. Yenia Yadrin. And a papa can say education. Man is also say education.
Yeah, but as
India, Yenia Nipo, Emrana de or said a braca or said Rana Dorso, a mood. But Emrana de a paper near Troguso, I come no me implementation, you know. And now Bacoso, Papa so can I say leadership. Say and pay for no brothers, I can say and pay for no Nimbrano so and more Francis so. It's a Nipana, you woman, the Eka was me. Papa Coso. My mind can call.
There were 2 years or 1. 2 years ago, I'm saying, and yet decentralized. And yet decentralized that it to be a cater for employees and employers' relationships.
Capital city in Quad, what it be away in the Juma. They will complete that district level. They want to
be a year competitive because I had a competitive. So area which be quiet. It's Ghana the 2 year visa in all the district level because sometimes it's even create a problem because I will tell you everybody get two by 15 euro and I say like this. Those agencies but they will still make money to pay themselves. But it was I don't see the one main factor. And then the second main factor is the collaboration between the investor and then the authorities.
Yes.
I can remember 2020 when there was serious COVID the situation. And the year transaction bureau port to the bank and other things. Because we offer the updated account for 2020 the president account that by but registered general account only approve because we closing down and other things.
Only records.
Records every year.
So it's for Fabra.
The current year, 2020.
But no social year ended. Child and son of Osaka.
That be a year in June. I did we are the accountant and they call by microsystem to the registered general. Then but it has gone. We have the proof that it has gone, but they have not reverted back to us. So I can't get that it is like this, it becomes very difficult for you to do. So these are some of the small things that the last one is rent. Because if you want to do any business in Ghana, the rent alone is so hectic. Very you cannot invest all your investment.
That's rent more approaching and rent. That's my bill. One of my business there, most of the $1 or home more. But the rent there, more approaching, one of my business there, be brave. To the cost of because
the question is, let's say, because it doesn't go well. I said 5 years, 10 years. I don't want to 5 years. I'm almost 100,000.
And I'm a dine one is sit down. And no one will hire
a dine is obese. I will be so regulating. That's why we have
one regulating
rent control.
Thank you. I feel all the people rent control system. Okay. But I said, that's how we work as I will see dine or Hano. Ukraine permit one coji. And a rent control credit our records. No, who may be a dine over there. You already what do you? You can't woman.
It is a worker to work inside the carriage. They will 40 me because nobody can build their house up. But they were authorities. You could do it.
You can authority in a gun and also a gun and one alcohol. Also buy and obey and stop working. Brown baby. It's okay.
What's the dino? Rent control no. Say who started dino? Omoko rounds. The authorities no. Omoko rounds. Say who need permit? They will stop you before you produce the permit and then you can continue the building.
Yes.
So at the time I will be dino. Not just say those people are aware of what you have done.
And when you rent control for a different agency. And district assembly also and Okako permit to build.
Okay.
Also, Yesuadio. Okoto assassin or Henry and Sanabeda document in Abako J. Dench Ako a last commission, Ako registration, Ako. Odo plan in our assembly near Ogo crowded down crowd, one down on the plan. To pay them our permit. Yes, sure, but rent to the Yami for
you know, I am very hectic. The process that we come once and we're going to be very easy. That's it. We see 2020, let's say 2019. 2019, let me see warehouse for Ghana. Warehouse, but they call they call a dot BB assembly. Because the requirement that will forfeit it. Except because you permit to fair service. Except because you permit to EPA. I said because a permit was standard authority. Okay. I had to struggle to get all those documents. Document of the man, 2019, valid for 2 years. The 2020, okay, the document in the call, the state assembly. The call do the state assembly. I'm going to check here 2019, there's a fees of 17,000 Ghana cedis to get the permit. Let me say, why is it too high? I tell the permit to 17,000. Already never checked EPA give 2,500 for their permit. First service give me 1,700 and 1,700 something plus other things you go over to almost a fire detected and 4,000. Now for them to approve what's 17,000, let me say okay. I'm going to wait when Then 2020 COVID by 2021 because obviously permit them because you EP here it would just say for why is it my fault? I will force to build my house without going anywhere to look for the permit again. Okay. Because you waste all that money and you get nothing. Okay. Because in the court, the state assembly, it takes so much time.
Yeah. I hold on now. You did come up. Now can be about a court office or no man. TBI say a court office or no man. Or say, the time of 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month now will be due Ghana. No, and I'll say Ghana so fast tracking way in the morning. But just as I say, also, Saba back. What's a view? Also, Saba. Abel, yeah, or Juma. Omawa, how be show Uko school, school. 18 office on their catch us a bedi 1 month. And no time now. Would they back in Asia? It's a place, yenye wo die no ntem ma wa ka ko but nipa no do so a enyo wo kwa Ghana for ababa fi a ko pese ko back no but ye what time frame embassy le wo ha say no anye bia ya timatia shemu say the ambassadors no mo ha no omo ye representatives emma all the ministries na e wo Ghana na but ye hu sa de no ase ho the refi ya dwena to say embassies no passport and visa. By refi say any government document you can channel through them to the ministry because the appropriate agency are here. Have you checked it?
Yeah, I've checked it.
No, have you checked it?
Yes,
I almost say.
They don't do that.
It's a way step forward. Okay, because you have diaspora bureau, diaspora office. Everything can be channeled through the HE. Or no community be to say the now year can port. Right? Port in year foreign affairs for another one. But if you put every to the HE or no the appropriate office, ministry called say Ghana for my wahano. And some of them have too many. And then when I would this application they will reply you say you call it yes in but you hold it I say you bar or you refuel. And to them no the chess I don't say if you know chrono you will say embassies no they are not there for only visa and then passport. There's a lot of things say we going to apply through them. Then maybe there's a fee to be paid of ABR almost sending in a call. Nobody ever. But how the meet me can say. But there's everything I'm telling you today. Say yes, you are say and they call. And nobody do
another thing person me too I should say. You say yeah export if you Ghana should buy.
Yeah.
You say export if you export yeah they do tax. Told you say export be export also tax. Say we say but Tommy card they ship out to Ghana. Belgium government doesn't ask you to pay anybody on it. But the Ghana say they talk about what they buy Ghana. You need to pay a box of yam $5 to the government as tax. These are things that is also not helping us.
Okay. Also, if you like I say HTA, Kasad didn't call the hold on. But Abba me hold still you call air. You different trade.
Catch your HP no. I say we go another money your MS.
That's what I'm saying. They have a trade desk.
We catch your responsibility okay because I think when you do
Mr. Kwanzaa, and noted. It's a make say.
The issue is that Ghana, we assume we are a producing nation, but we actually don't produce. We are a nation of consumption. Yeah. So it is those tax and abiding and one to. Unfortunately, it has become unnecessarily being abused. So say I can make a car from any part of Europe to Belgium. I've taken car from Germany. They don't take, but Ghana they have to take it. Some things can be sorted out, but
we are another country now. Maybe I have by any shares or Beshame, or Mammy, Obama, baby, but Ghana, say, Mamma, we have a panic on tomorrow government. Eduomo ayiswa almost eduom pensions almost it's a someone ni matro but omo ya agriculture eduma nti no omo ni matro the pension abo oh nti want to be ha no compare Ghana because that didn't na Ghana ni omo ye wa ha no eno na omo ye Ghana no omo ma ye social Ghana and omo ma ye ma me no mpo ye fa ye ma me no ye papa no wan ko prafo no ma omo ma o ka krendi enye government ni kwa de bedi.
I think it comes back to the first question. Papa Nebisa, I don't think amount for a Google.
Okay, all right.
Even when we bring it here, so the answer is simple: a fundamental human weakness. That's what I want to answer, and the simple answer I have is that because yetimiba approach your system, but we don't want to learn from it. Your Kasabi, I can say every Papa can say, Obi, I come down, this or heaven. That's a statement. And I beside this identity I can say, come the war. We had it. Ube control. So we are just to feed your stomach. So we are approaching her. They have a policy. No matter how hungry you are, if you are a citizen, you have to work. If you are not working or you are not able to work, you go to the social service. And they do it that every citizen will need to cry in order to make it difficult for people to start stealing. And still the problem with stealing is that it doesn't stop, you increase. Because this time might be a bank that will be robbing, but the shares here was little. So they have those policies here. They take money from your taxes when you are working, they put that aside. They have all those policies serve the homeless. And it's also a job. We don't have that in Ghana. We don't have any source of receiving money.
Okay, that's all.
Yo, me pacho, me say, what's chance here no? Topic back will be okay no. Na I don't know. You're very interested.
To call mommy pa.
Who beside say man I have a woman no.
Yeah.
You better then na omako fie. Me say no make a second generation for no. And some of the questions I beside I want to say one, what is motivating us to go back? Because one, when they get subsidies or things from other countries to build up the nation, it's kind of me expertise now. What can it benefit the country? I know, see, there are a lot of youth voluntary things. I do it myself. Now you know. Secondly, if I'm going now, the minimum wage of salary is not beneficial to me. There should be something really motivating me to come back. As I said, me call back to Ghana. I have so many of my friends are Ghana because holidays no go dinner no. And I say third point, they say in other way I will put some of the blame on some of our parents. Miobia, I really respect your parents very much because but in a way, me say their focus was too much on family, building the family, helping the family, doing this, which is very understandable. But most of the time, say holidays every year, is mainly focused on Ghana. Now you do you Ghana? Who go through Ghana? Ebusia, and then you go Siwawe. There is no tourist attractions. Our parents, Ghana. I attracted to the country Ghana. Sisiano is changing a bit because some of the youth beyond the return, and that is pushing some of them to go and see Ghana, to go and discover Ghana. And even Omukwa, they don't even want to stay in the family houses. They prefer to rent an Airbnb, because they don't feel comfortable in the family environment. It's not their fault in a way, but they feel sometimes, say, if you are if you are I never pay some of them, not all of them. If you are no crowd, you see a dime by Hokra, man, you could demo, some of not just say, the they expect you to go back home. That is what your parents have been doing, but you are not used to that. Now you're far, one time, and I say, and these are some of the things that I ask myself, how are we going to solve this?
All right. Back to Ejubana na papa ebisa say kan be so obisa sa question no e bia na me wo ibi kakra ya dwene akosi say utimi bia adwuma enja ho ko yobisa adwuma ya dwene sa de no bia adwuma emfa nipa na wo soso wo jai wo de ne ho e ko yobia adwuma me bisa say ya dwene make us out to me, yo. They say, what do you say? What be a juma? What is Sika? Asher Juman.
wo no wo sa kwaye employer ama wo bi abra wo nya usika wo university so whatever the restaurant you are what be restaurant usika ehye mu no wo na onim widie mu usi bre ya wo nya sika e de na wo ja ho e you be so for adwuma e no ya dwene ho na kakra it's possible but I say what drink kwa che kakra
nana kasa yeah me jiri se obetimi aye but se odiko adwindwiri mu so a se be obre ansana unya sika edi akwakoye bibi so enti se obre ade bi ahoso na okoye bibi a na se unya ni na wodi hwe adwuma no ne adwuma no ekoso no na hu se ni awaye no etintim yie pa de a ene obehu ni abeye so but se wodo ana se wo wani jebi na se bibi na okwakoye na se okoye de a pepacho ti wani na fahwe enti wu ni baba ko wonti ma wani enye mienu se me ma ba ko awa ha na mama ba ko so awo machi enti mi nya yisa nyame amoye sa enti mi de na minim ni se ubetimi aye ekwan bi suno na suno bibi ba na se opese wo hwe na adwuma ni timudi a bo wani na ho na se ba ko na be obeye den a obehwe na yeyi a hwe na nyeyi na ho because ni epenfo kra ka se wani ni wutimi fa hwe to mu na enyeyi da ya be chia ba ko na di ba ko aye de abetimi de nyame pese me kan na
eti sire bisika ye no ye wo abrochire komo all the way Brussels Belgium and yewa yedi komo anwumre afa oman Ghana ho ye akwantufo ekwan be fa so a ye be ba bebo oman no ho ban ye nyina ye se ye be pe bibi akofie ba no ma bi so sankran e wo kwan mu a asede ye kofie a ye hu ye ni se de si beto ye wo haso so a ye pese ye be fie e no ma bebre e ya consider e ma akwantufo ene ne ye hia wo Brussels a chese ne embassy maame excellency maame Sena ebehia edidi nkomo a ye ne aka chiri na ye de epono na AC ye hwe ekwa ye befa so ama ye nyuma ye bebia na egu Ghana no ebetima ye de agina na afeso ye mana ya bewo mo third generation no so ebetima hwe na omo professional level na abeboa oman no ene anu buso aye kai aha eye Brazils mo so foko kwa makwa akontaju ena me ne empeyfo ahefo ha se ahema ne businessmen e wa ha obi e che na dwe papa afebodi na
yo me de bright kwame achampro kajinji me free ketikrache osraman na ayi niame wokan se wan se edi nkomod kwani mebre na e ka bi se ebinimo kire se lack of education and also ene masa no mani nyina ya na etesisi but lack of education no emprepi no wahu e ya na amanfo adwin se uko suku a na ke se eno ni ade no but there is difference between schooling and education. Well, the difference between schooling and education. Obi betumi akọ school and so now you educate you here. So what I say, it normally no. So who go school a ya adwene na wokọ akọda de adwene say the adwene betumi akere wo say yes. It is a offer efie adwene no and so the school no ho a ere na ma obi bia obi bia no e na etimi si ye e ma e na normally no san no ma mo aya na etade sansem se ni nyina e ba ne se uhwa ye culture bi something like say religion no ebi wo ha a capture ya adwen no religion bebre atimi a capture ya adwen ye de atu ya adwi mu se ye dwen se tembia no ye kotena se ne se bia empire ne ye bo empire bebre ba ye bo no ere na be ma nyame nyankopon aboa ye ame ye koye nim so atiase eno no Ghana problem no but nya sa na tie onipa bia no so uko school na okoye no ne wusua ye no ehu dimdie no ene se wotimi di ye adwuma na nyame nso eboa na mmom enya mpaye nko na mbo obi ema sa nipa no eko nanim What I say? You know.
Every share a year a Juma no say me can say. Mu be a Juma na mo say good. By me back room has say no. Bako Germany akɔhwɛ Ghana for the bebree ABB Ghana shops ɛwɔ hɔ ne yɛ. It be cheap say na we Ghana shop ɛnɛ Pakistan ni na abɛgye na we Ghana shop. Ahaso kra egu. Ɛnɛ pɛsi ɛhwɛ ɛdo soso no ɛde ɛnɛ ma ne ba.
Sɛ me to de na say a me nyini sɛ obi a ɔwɔ Ghana ɛna ɔne ne kase ɛyɛ obi a ɔwɔ akwantuo ɛna ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkyɛ na adwen sɛ ɛyɛ possible sɛ wobɛkɔ fie anaa wobɛbie adwuma bi wɔ fie na wagya hɔ no wayɛ dɛ waba no wabɛtena ha
me say possible betumi aye depending on what type of business it is. Yes. Because I'm in several businesses in Ghana, but I say however no uye adwuma wa ha you have holidays. Yes. Into no as I say oba no abetena 1 year now called Ghana da and 2 years now called Ghana da every 6 months or even 4 months I'm in Ghana me quite be a 2 or me I'm working full time here and with me Juma so I have the opportunity to work from abroad. Yes. Sometimes I work from abroad into me patrol at the moment I'm in real estate. Yes, real estate. Real estate, we rent properties. You can rent this is one a year. I sometimes talk to my friends or my parents who own properties in Ghana. So once you see dying our Ghana, and you don't need anybody to say when you have your account, one every year, sign contracts now. You have your bank account, the money is put in there. Most of the banks in Ghana, you have online banking and you can verify. If you have a contract with the person, then will rent more, rent control is there. Until you can still be here and still have a business in Ghana. It depends on the business. If it's a restaurant today, I will not advise you. You have to be in Ghana.
Ghana for yes, beer juma a friend. Ghana for the beer juma now. Often nipa me be at shop now. 1 year, 2 years, so business plan pena ekuta we say etimi ekoso. There be a Ghana for see adwuma na ekoso. Ba ho wo ba na omde na yeyi. Sa ho wo no wan ja ho anko. Oni mu nyina na ehye nika. Oni mu nyina na ahye overall. Oti ho bi. Eti within 1 year, oni say me target say na sa ko bie second shop. Etina me ka say wo betima bia adwuma no say je wakotra ba bi adwuma foforo ama wo de na kosoro ana
papa ni awo kan meti wase pa hwe se wa de bi asai e wo fie e wo Ghana na won afro say ade we na aye woni won be ka say de wasa pada roma woni won be ka say munyese e be wi achi ni nyina no won be ka chi osa de kro no won antimi anye enso me ka chi opi. Say yadia, in fact, who na me mo. Say yadia, one kasa adena say what? Fakwa I say yaudiano. Ni chese kaya ni do very back of prank habit me there. Why? So, enti ejuma de pesa we be ejuma wo Ghana. Na we do obi tranoa. Pomodi answer wo so bema wani akoho. Na we ni na ye there. Atran hot say ni awoka me comfort dey. It's like that. Obani no no ba eno wa fini kro wa betra opeskepi ana obibi na odi aye there odi akọ na he de ya na ase ya je papa ne ma me medi ya je enuan medi ai na ya ja ho na ya de aye there ni aba betra o cha wo be ko no sebi onu ni dia oye no so you say wo bra we ye bra wa bechi watu na bra ba ike ti say real essence different. A different crowd from Nyayake. So, real estate a very, very different crowd. So, she said, young crowd, Sabi, Yawo, if you are no Sidan, if you are crowd, I don't know where Sino. So, Beko Crano, I feel so we didn't feel me now. Or Becca say what you're Danica, so Becca feel me, no, Tia Danica, anyway. So, you, it made me for say, Nyayaka said, Ubia or Pesa, we yet Juma. Now, Udri. ɛwɔ fie ma w'ani nyamre na kɔ fie anaasɛ trɛ fie na hwɛ na holidays ne deɛ ɛwɔ ha because nipa baako wotumi fa w'ani mmienu ɛhwɛ pintom ɛma ɛnyɛ yie asɛm a mɛka no no
I think sir, the issue is that we are still trying to do business in Ghana the same old way. But if you want to do that kind of thing, if you want to do it, you have to change. I was looking for something new to do. Investment, and I mean, because I know so you can go into taxi, but for example, taxi, me pacho to mami si me play me worry, mami crash why? I know catch me say, but you have to do it differently. Papa no hire or madu hire. Or see me if you want to do taxi, don't go and buy one taxi. Nyabo trene to 10 taxi per garage ni. Taxi no enya wadu isa udi ma nipa na actually for 10 years. Taxi be after 3 years say inti manipa ni sign contract no only one sign only lawyer wogana per lawyer wogana me part lawyer ni or system ni if you want to do a taxi don't go for one taxi buy at least 5 taxi look for a garagist obia obesi taxi no per lawyer don't deal with the person directly and then buy bulk taxi. These are the 3 revenue. Or see the obey and say taxi no wo lawyer na wo twa me kanu ye wadi say taxi no ebi ametono 3,000 calculate ni say 4,000 euros na obeton taxi no work and pay no after 4,000 euros nipa ni ma wo 4,000 wanya 1,000 jai tax ni ma no but he should be paying to a lawyer. He should not pay to you because otwa won't me ko so only lawyer ni na go accept one year lawyer no be ko gi tax na free ni ho but what I said and also a new system so you can still do a taxi but don't go for one taxi what I said so our problem is that we want to do business the same old way it will affect you
on say ye nyuma na dada no a yenkoye ni o system na obefa nipa kra na ye adwuma kra na eno so de aboda ho ba bia me pe nipa na ye adwuma se nipa no adwuma na wo fa no onim die wo ho onim ni die wo ho bia wo jawa ma no bookkeeping eno ma bebre haye esese esua se before wo ba be se adwuma bi se no na wo sua se nipa na obe se adwuma no onim die taxi na wo kan ho se we say sa taxi driver no ko onim car come from no anamwa but obu ho so me chere the car 2 weeks in offer koye adwuma e che no asai car no papa ye ka mo sori amusi adwuma mo bebia na asai e Uncle Solomon e na wo hai mo sori amusi mo ye adwuma Ghana mo bebia na agu wo so bia adwuma ni bi wa ha bebre bie amanaku e de tina wo de no de koso
yo minua me dance em say the more Kenyan, a Jumani dear. Yana, Yanni be a Jumawo, Ghana, and Nasa, I have a Ghana for no. Yasam Kedi, pa. We started a Jumawa, my private in 28 good years. Beginning in Americana for the start here. Some of them were very good. Then yet, Omun in Ansona, nay. A China, a Jumano trainer. Now, Miss Mifeminian more. Now, Minfomonto Tuano. Maza. Mete me nuano me ma me nuano mba bi be ka ho na Ghana fo nso ma na ma me nuano mba kra de no me dangerous kra che you know teme me kwa Ghana ma me nua ba bi aba me ncha me di mani ehwe ni sei so ebi wo kro me ya sei me so no me nuano so mo ba nyira no me ya krata ma won obia kita ni krata nsa do ba kro me ya enso on bedu ye no on de mako ne ye dey so man me ba ko by 27 months odi mi nche 27 months no osi abrosa wo kumase you will never believe this and I know papa di trampoa e no obi ti ye na kire se o se me ba ko abrochire boso me ayi peni oni mfie ba me ensa na mfie na enso osi abrosa ansa na obi ti ye o ka kire me o ka na mbe pa mo no free shop o de be ko hwe e dan no kromi anso enye me nuanom nko anayi masafa different nationality, tribes, Mafa Northerners, Mafa Evers, Mafa Ashantis, Mafa different, still, no the same problem. Me fa voter, the same voter crowd, me ama konta, was I pajamiti crowd the day. And so, only a lot of year Juma say, and so, yeah, Juma no good. nti say wo ba me won ma bikita 14 workers na bikita won Belgium Antwerp yes only one person pen na ye Ghana ni wo mo aka nyina Romania Poland Cote d'Ivoire Cameroon and Peru South Americans they be so na say me fast and confonso medjuma no koso kama they say last I me kodi 2 months wo Ghana say Ghana for na won ma comet me there 2-3 weeks and so no kra meba machi basa so ntimi hu na Ghana so no me bie adwuma bebre wo Ghana the same story na ye ka wa ha eno anso ne wo kro etiam say bad attitude ne wo ye DNA mu anu na esi ye hwe ne yie na yetimi yi free ho so e kwa mbezu ne bere yi free ho enu ana wo ka no sabi obi won ma wo fe say ebi okita education into obi an okita education won kra na kebe bo won kra na west sometimes ya na enwa so krono ketinkete eniema bi kire say adwuma de enka ba ya sabi me enkwara me call Lagos na mo be 17 years na ko so wazire me do Lagos krono mo no adwuma me ye store adwuma enti na mba ha na me si me adwuma me ye store adwuma na woni first year papa ne ka kire me se me adwuma nie na adwuma no me de wo tra no am hwe bi sika so ama me na emom no entochi me sika na emom connection bi abaye wo kire abenya sika de me mfa ho so betumi adidi wo adwuma no ho ba me ne di mu so na free one mo no me di tu mi trim be Ghana for no me Ghana the be a football club the year farming the be a shop chese eniema bebra me ye wo Ghana no e bie no one mo a etimi ko so ma me ti say my magazine say Ghana me be a King Solomon football club I was up because made like 7 good times na King Solomon na say na President Kwesina Ntachino Nyame ye FA president. It during that period na also be ye FA president. Me ko better like 7 good times. Me na me can say medal league no almost scrabble because medal league no e can nie ball. A chance we be ball league the whole season. Enti no mo me money league. Na emu no ye money league ya wo abe win no. Na wo ko. So coach am ko fa no kra no kra bo mapro so coach am ko fa o bo mapro so manager am fa en or chese eti one time do on one am si team no me dissolve mo man kwara no na am send this ka ko say o mo ma obi a 1 month salary o mo ntu o mo transportation ma wo obi an ko ni kru be good team no and o say team no wagu ni say and say e betimi aton me say me peska bi afi senka mbetimi am ya ton enye yidia butaya na ewe ni so na ka ese mo ye neska ba ho mo management and transportation me ma mo kapre ana me ma obi ko ho no ko tu players nika any one more transportation or ko management ma mo obi akapre na mso mo ko mo na mo de ka me bai so
and your Brazils capital Belgium and ye Ghana for no so etukwan so be bibia be fie ye di nkomo e abrochire nkomo so so fokwa amankwa akontaju je wo ye nua baba ko ene ye ne ye maame eye ambassador e be shia e be di nkomo Ghana for ni shia ye nua ba e wa ha ye ne maame shia ye no die na wo sua free nkomo a woni ye di ye no
yo me da se me say ene dwumedie no na very educative. When my first time my back such event and a be my dream dual nationalities when it comes to exportations questions say also about even who is a Ghanaian because recently my name husband to Ghana at airport and Ibsano ne dual nationality card no ene mabehu say sheda ehunnya sabium ukita Ghana passport na it qualifies you to be a Ghanaian yakasa about Ghana card so na in overall no jumedie no ekoso yi na meda organizers nase any Ghana Council na nanom ne Ghanaians Belgium no mobile no so my
say challenges bi so kakra ema mo aya wo mo krom ha say no se mo kwaje mo passport ne ya eno so no yenya ba be ma ba ko kan say ono no ni din ya wo ha o ni din di say ba ni parents din enye ono ni din ni bi ni parents no so no Ghana for the whole Sanchez no to waso no ye
yo me say me mo de ya me ha but me ba at a younger age. I've been here for 25 years and it's a big challenge and for him to bring that up no we want to say BB was say council na say embassy no they should start putting in certain measures for the second and third generations in the future no I may or how because most of your parents in America I have a lot of respect for your parents to pave the way for some of us to be here today. Indeed, anybody brought into me because but into me but it's something so emotional pave way be in the future no the second and third generation facilitate in a easier way to be able to get access to passports and other things, and also find a way for us, for Ghana to be attractive for second generation, third generation to come back home. Because the question we ask ourselves now is, why should we come? For me, I go because I see great opportunities, great investments in Ghana. Most of me now they don't see. Especially say me to me papa SAV 30 euro and 50 euro every month. And I mean 18 years no na 25 years me saka say scanner. Maybe say scanner nko to Ghana ma me first one might have been more. Because I say at the end of the year usika profit only 1.1%, but maybe Ghana many more than that. This is something I've learned. There are so many things as I say your parents to me say encourage young second and third generation to come back to Ghana because very important.
So I say okay bibi fa the passport no otu kan aba Ghana immigration for mutia ma me so can bibi fa the passport no say no
they say me card because I na embassy for me catch them say me fa dual nationality ni share passport no but me do no almost treat me as me a foreigner be kita me almost say duty almost delay me 8 hours me so be me finawa me fi easy region town I am no more consider na fearful no so mumwa because I had a bro me Ghana na me papa ka me nkwa fu mu amenko nso ha adwuma ye okrom ha na esia fu mu adwuma so since okrom na wo hospital na wo clinic ada say tetin be wagu animu say den na be ye bre ndi ye ba ye di niema ba ni ti say mo wa ye o ha mo ye enye pepepepe da
ba be say ye mo na ya mo enye pepepepe da bra so o bibi ka de o person kan etim
Miso kakra mpesa no me kan say efiefoɔ no ɛya ɔmommuaye kakra efi sɛ yɛwɔ ha yi yɛpɛ bibi na ebi abafie na ɛsan sɛ yɛnyanya nti no ɛna da biara na yɛda so ha so ate ase nti no kakra ebenya biara na yɛsɛ edi kofie kakra ebenya biara na yɛsɛ edi kofie nti sɛ edi kodu fie na sɛ mo so mo anhwɛ ni yi a na kɛ sɛ akwɛde sɛ yɛbɔ 0. Ma always no ya na fie for win say nia wodi aba fie no wo times 10 ewo abuchiri ha but nyesa na tie because nia wo ha nyina na wodi akofie but wo di ko ye no mo fe say bia wo be times 10 wa ha enti na o ma mismanage no ma basa e ke say ama wonu a wo ha na wa brabo no nso aye basa enti say so wo abuchiri ha na so wo bu ofie na so otimi hwe waki yiye mawa Invenza bridging our ban for so to be basso, but Uncle Ban sa na ko say life no basa because I say so who was sika kra o krom ha na say we dey go to bank ya who dis kan go to bank ya at the end of the year no fa so be na we scan so scan fa so bi ani so but when dey ko Ghana nso a eno dey at the end of the year no we betumi anya bibi kakra na aja onso we dey akete o how far ndi e three fie the three fie say omo moye eni e wa buchiri ni ebre pa ndi ya na omo ntan wi say ye di bibi ba fie say mo hwe so man ya na sa no ma no a ye ba fie no ye wo tamsten wa buchiri a ni ye wo no enu nyina na e di aba no nti omo mo de say wo gwa iti media bi ma nusi na mo bichia mi promo yene na ira reso konkurite abusia bichia wo mu nyina bright na make kasa free Belgium nti mi da we biasi
so the maker no abrochire komo and live from Belgium Brussels and kasa you best call Uncle Solomon ohonomo on there because or big tycoon businessman pa say what we be adwuma for the 14 that means Ghana no or akobit for more than that because payment nti papa yenhwe ase Ghana for more continue no en kabum amudi be ba be adwuma capital no ba kitu bi di baba ko kwa odi nisa kamu kabom number ye productive bia venture bi say mo ba ye production bi aba bia normal mu hia wo ha no bebre ho no betima ba be ye na mo export aba kroma say ase no de mutimi nye bi say betima fa nipa pese 100 ene ye the echo then abeka
yo say joint business na wo Canada we say Europe we na the whole world adwuma bi ebekoso bia na joint business in itimi ma no koso nemo me starting business from the joint business na starting but yani e can be say young Ghanaians na kasa no yenim ediema bebre because of that me start here bi adwuma no first na me yiri ye broni na m ka kire me yiri say adwuma mpese me yini o si da bi adwuma we de ekromia omo ye no nyina no mutimi succeed nti dabi nam se men so de no na me ye minim se me succeed de bi ho ya nse oba ne so oja wa de because de bi a che mitri mu no ma repeat it 3 times nti no na wo mitri nam se sadia ene ye men so no okay ene wo koy enti me be start adwuma no na me nkita Belgium passport set time se uta Belgium passport wa yes so oje professional card me so na me ni professional card enti esa me pe obi okita professional card na me na ye adwuma na me kofa no ofa bi no wa hada no kita nationality one day chere say ye be register enti me gi shop no it take me 7 good months because ye adwuma na me bosom ya katua no akotua shop no ka na me ntimi wie na o ka say o ene se me sim pese bi de o pese onso ene wo dwa na me ne ye de ye bi adwuma menene ye nti ase amaye mu na man we very humble man no offer ne ho ju bibia bet ye bi adwuma no offer Ghana ni ba ye mu no na Ghana ni betoto ye ntem ti de ba ense ye sesa bibia ene oyi ni din free so na nyame ncha de oyi ni din Tuesday Thursday na me professional card no buy na my requesting for 2 good years na me sankai but Thursday and I was surprised. Nam dem nyame ase say adwuma no e be den ya e be yi. Esa me ni me ri adwuma no. E na ye je benelity team. No ko ha ni dan na me so me tra me praise wa. Bet went me anya ne dia. Ono oba school ha. Kita na yi ni bachelor ni the masters. Me ka tell say adwuma we na nya masters ni adi yo. Ye di adwen nyansa e na ye say adwuma we. Na aka so the batch masters beto ho dia yes adwuma no the betwetwe sa abet en work him out one tias here me the ade bi aba onfa me maton mosquito net ni shoes water station ni UTC ani mu antimi ni said ye business me kan no onfa nti na chese misunderstanding no kotra o ni bibia obetwe bia yi ni niam obeto bia paper bibia down kajere zo udi agro say you we enya ni sa miss me family lie 1 or 2 years pepe no to ni shop na me das wo 28 years me das wo business ni na ma me ne dia na oka no say investment in Ghana no. Me football club secret and America chron. Scanner me use for me football club na investment be a buy in Ghana. Me starting a Royal Star. Now set time interest rate no high. Set time you had no 2.5. And as I say from there about 1.1. It is all you see cannot to unyam faso. Yes. I just say what Ghana's ubenyam faso more than It is a faso. Me yam face a yina. Maybe 6 months. 3 months, 1 year, manya says can it be? Me yebe 3 different banks. Barclays Bank, na me call commercial bank, na me call agricultural development bank. Me yeah, no na me dishe the football club. So because interest rate no consoro, the beer bet na bebre enim bet no na me de mfaso na me nyam. Na me de the football club. Timbers can menya ukrumu wa na me yede. Me de hwe club.
Se ye hwe o ma na wa wo ha no. Dear ni challenger ama ya na mpeso mbebe fie.
Oh, me man dear o mo be fie pa.
Can professionals no so go or a teacher, or a doctor, or a lawyer, or bebre no akuta so many further on betimi da bagana abeboa. I don't know most multimin can be job no more fee.
Okay, dear Tiene say me am me third born we legislator or parliament wa. Me third born, Sapoma, or parliament. 1 year, I said ranking member of parliament for SPA, say political party. Now, at the age of 23, and we are say initial answer. So, no pa Ghana no. Me enema akora ni mo Ghana ni. E bi ni say Ghana for no was first. Woko office bia na. First thing Inipo more office one. Chese, na gyo di tu na iska. Arenti no onye adwuma na adwuma diska na bre no. And was a member and so dear will be happen. Also we name there. What is the reason with the men there in Ghana? Office be will be happen. Nyina so me fa say bia nyina wara. And so still and Okoko village near the Oko central region, voter region, eastern region. Western near Deno, Oko deep down village. Oh, we don't have to wait for the government. No abeyama. Koso baby. Say turret. We need turret. How come say? Mutikro na musi need turret. Tese ka promo of one ere. Umutimi yo amadi. We mu na ye niama kitinkiti bia. Ono ano. Also I list a lot of things bia. But akoye say oko on my mouse opportunity no e ma won kire de opeso we so na oka say wo ka wo be kan bebre enkosi hwe I say Ghana radio mo awe radio ayifoi mo Ghana radio say me pa say me ye president ya Kamegu radio stations ni na Accra ko 62 radio o pese me so adwuma bo me e just am pese wo adwuma bo adwuma na mo ye Mutimi sorry anopa oba brochira say won say abrofo akotena radio from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock say ye ka political ayi. And so every day be a radio station be from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock say ye ka political party won ase ade na we ba de enim kra no abeka de wo mu anu abeka no I say na assembly si abo so no ma trans no ma ka no ma for solution. But mudi amuti wono no bi aka say no cross enya no cross no bi aka sa asem no. I mean, we don't do that. Greater Accra and Matis is 62 FM stations. Now Accra and is 62 FM stations. The dear no way. So, but a source of employment, but media, you know, so much me mawon. And near my beer, yes, yet me straight to him say, send him away, Nico, Abrochas and Mobasia. You was straight a Hebrew on more. Me ban no mobile lesson. Posters ya womdi bokru mu no wo ye nam so wo man ba akora me ko printing mo na me fam wo say no ya mom say 20 posters ya 20 posters na na say wo de kobo say flyers be say ebia 2000 and you are not allowed so be kwako ebi aka ho so be Ghana ya sponsor political ibebre posters ya say ko yebi wa printing press anu ko yebi wa printing press no sɛ party na party no ayɛ wɔn ayi posters ama mo sɛ yɛn mma MPB a 20 ne yɛ de ama o na de akɔyɛ wɔayi wɔ constituency sɛ posters no ɛyɛ fi ɛwɔ kurom ɛyɛ fi 1 ɛna ɛkɔ so wɔn a lot of money Ghana politics no wɔn spendi mimi by wɔn kɔ standing for ɛyi wɔn mo scabian responding obi a sponsor skabia ɛno ase yɛbɛkɔ cafe bar ɛno bɛkɔ akɔhyia yɛbɛtɔ ebia coffee ne ɛyi bia bi ne anom asa yɛfiri tɔ coffee tia yɛtɔ coffee bɛyɛ poster na sɛ mo posters na mo yɛ ɛkɔ so sika mo coffee no ne bɔ nyɛ de coffee no bɔ de bet mo mo deɛ ne deɛ coffee no mekɔtena hɔ no mo a ebi wa mama spend ebia €50 ne yɛkɔ different place ebi wɔ kɔ different place €10 per na bɛ spend because abrɔfo no obi abɛtɔ na ade ano ɛnyɛ ɔna akɔtɔ amu ɔmo ano yɛyɛ deɛ a yɛbɛtɔ no ɛna ekotu yaka so enti sɛ yɛyɛ sɛ nneɛma bi wɔ no a yɛtena ase ne yɛdwe nneɛma no ho yie na yɛ constitution no yɛ change nneɛma bebree ɛwɔ but politicians no constitution no ɛboa wɔn enti they don't care sɛ na yɛayɛ constitution for about since since 91 up to now yɛntimi nkyɛ ana 92 or 91 up to now 92 your first election yɛ 92 the constitution almost drawn in 91 before election so yɛntimi yɛ changes biara changes nkwa ne ayɛ o so nneɛma bebree wɔn mo ɛsɛ yɛntimi change o ne krakra yɛde dwumadie no kɔ ewie time of Dr. Phil and everybody no the krakra no yɛfa we twa to kra sɛ eti Ghana ohunu sɛ ebe Ghana sɛ broni si Ghana ne kra wotimi sɛ ebe na yɛ nipadua na yɛwɔ no na yɛnyɛ ehuni Ghana enida so wɔ pa Ghana enida so wɔ pa aha ɛna yɛde twumadi no besie King Solomon akasa Antwerp and also free by na adipako and the man musa as a Ghana for a frame a year town hall meetings be say me who know Germany we call Cologne me we call Düsseldorf me we call Hamburg me as a free Ghana for no in Europe ma bon person mo be pie abasa na na mo be party dia but me ba street ni sukra ya ma and already ade the atiare say ya no obi apaya ba se obi free Ghana be ka se pakra cha ye pese ebiti party nso de ni nipa net ya se into ochira no se bitumi a on zo obede obeba but the free Ghana aba be ka na se ma kire no ye feze ye nso ba ho a omumu ye ya respect ye entidia na obeka kire wa ase no ahaye asempa 94.7 so foko kwa makwa akuntajo ye de jumedi ebesi wa heya emre no aso na ofie eni fie bosi achi enyem da ahwa na motafre Belgium boye den a eyobi ma so obeba mokro ye da ma se bebre se ye frɛ mo se ye be hia le mo baaye